Hey everybody, Shelby with Always Furever. Coming to you live here. Came from the catio again today, just to give you a quick What's Up Wednesday. So this is a time every Wednesday where we just talk about things that are coming up in Always Furever land, how you can get involved, whether you live here or afar. PM is joining us today. The boys are around and about, but just wanted to talk about stuff we've got going on, stuff we're going to have coming up. First of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about, we had our 5K on Sunday. It was a great event. So we had, over 100 runners come out and meet us bright and early at the DeSoto Days Festival. So, and on that note, I'd love to give a huge shout out to DeSoto Animal Hospital. They actually were one of our primary sponsors for the 5K. And because of them, all the costs for the race company and all that good stuff was completely covered, which meant all that money went to the animals. So it was such a fun event. And there was also, and I feel bad, I can't remember the name, so I apologize now, but actually there was a dog that someone met last year at the 5K that they ended up adopting, and they came with their dog and ran the 5K this year. So if that was you, if you're on there, give us a shout out. It's such a fun event to see the dogs and the people. And it just amazes me because I think the first place people, both of them were running a little over a 6-minute mile for 3 miles. That just blows my mind. So I always love seeing that. So thank you to DeSoto Animal Hospital and to everybody else that supported the 5K. It was just such a fun event. Pardon me. A little under the weather, but I didn't want to miss our What's Up Wednesday. So I apologize if I'm a little stuffy. But as far as upcoming events, we've got a lot of great stuff that's going to be coming down the pipe. One of the first things I really want to talk about is our golf tournament. As you know, we swap back and forth, and this tournament will be in Osawatomie, Kansas. So we're still looking for golfers. It is Friday, September 26th. So if you are a golfer and out that way, if you have friends that live out that way that golf, please be sure and share. alwaysandforever.org/events. Has all our events on there so you can see. I actually didn't mean to do it, threw this on. It's a Tee Up for Tail shirt. This is from our inaugural 5K, or sorry, not 5K, my gosh, our golf tournament. And so we're still looking for sponsors. Time is running out. If you want to serve as a sponsor, you got a few weeks still. But we have sponsor levels starting at $100 and up. So you can sponsor an adoptable dog or cat to be on the golf course on a yard sign, and then up from there there's a whole bunch of ways you can support. So even if you're not a golfer, you can still support. So that's one of our biggest things coming up that has a page on our website. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Oh, then actually before that, the weekend before that, is our lock-in fundraiser at the Gray Barn. So myself and quite a few other people are going to be literally locking ourselves in kennels, and we are only allowed out once we hit our goal. So we'll be going live. That's on September 20th. So definitely check that out. It'll be on, it's all online. So please donate and please help us get out. All for a good cause. That all goes towards the lighthouses at our new Homestead East. I was actually out with a group of people last week, out at Homestead East, talking about plans for our lighthouses and tiny homes, and it just, I don't know, it gets me really excited to think about all that we're going to be able to do at Homestead East. So the lock-in is coming up. What else do we have going on? There's so much. Oh my goodness. We have Bingo at Hamburger Mary's on Thursday, October 16th, and then I actually just had a meeting with our friends at Pet Resource Center on October 18th. We will have our pub crawl with Pet Resource Center. We're calling it the Catwalk because it's all to raise money for cats. So if you're not familiar with Pet Resource Center, they do amazing work in the community with spay, neuter, vaccines, all kinds of cool stuff like that. And so we'll be stuffing the van of theirs with supplies. We have 5 different restaurants and bars in the Waldo, Kansas City area that will be hosting specials and other things. We're going to have a costume competition that you can get involved with. It just needs to be cat themed. So it could be crazy cat parent, you know, whatever you want. Just cat themed. So we will have lots of sponsors and giveaways. Everybody that comes through will get a goodie bag of different stuff. We'll have a pre-party. It's just going to be a fun day. So October 18th, mark that down and invite your friends for our pub crawl that'll go through, again, like I said, the Waldo area of Kansas City. We're definitely looking for sponsors and donors for that. So even if you don't live out here, there are ways for you to support that event as well. Not fundraising related, but you probably, if you saw Jen's live earlier today, in October, we'll have the open house for Wichita. That's really exciting. If you didn't see her live earlier, definitely make sure and go watch that, because it's just so cool. We are going to be focusing on neonatal kittens down there. If any of you are familiar with kittens and just how fragile they can be, and it's tough. So the more support we can provide for the little tiny kitties, and there will also be dogs there too. So definitely make sure and check that out. That's some of our biggest stuff as far as fundraisers coming up. But always as a reminder, on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we always go to different senior living facilities, memory care units on the Missouri and the Kansas side to just spread some joy. We take a few dogs with us, and they really look forward to it and see us. They know we're coming each week, and selfishly, Fridays out here we go to a facility in Raytown, and so it's probably one of my favorite days of the week. So there's so many ways for you to get involved and to be a part of stuff, and if you can't go every week, that's totally fine. You don't have to be able to go every week. Just come when you can. So there's just so many ways with dog dates and hotel sleepovers and, you know, just a million ways that you can get involved with us, whether you're here or away. Also, just a friendly reminder that we have our match going. We have an amazing $40,000 match that will cover the rest of our tiny homes and other things. So any ways you can support is absolutely phenomenal. So if you ever have any questions about a particular event, again, go to alwaysandforever.org/events, and you can see all the events that we have going on and find out ways to get involved in those. Again, the community events, but always feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions about, you know, a certain event or how you can support, things like that. Our gala, crazy enough, it's already booked, locked, and loaded. July 25th, 2026. It'll be out in Leawood. So always looking for sponsors and folks for that. Tickets aren't quite on sale yet for that, but we are seeking sponsors. So it's always a great opportunity to get involved. But I'm not going to keep you for too long. I'm going to get these goofballs back inside. It's supposed to thunderstorm tonight, so I wanted them to have some outside time and to get out and be able to smell some fresh air. But again, any questions you have about activities coming up, ways you can support, get involved, let us know. If you don't, get our newsletter. If you go on our website, if you scroll all the way to the bottom on our main website page, you can sign up for our newsletter. It goes out every Friday. So, and there's usually a link to this in there as well. So if you miss one of these lives, you can always catch it on there later as well. So we'd love to have you, whether it be from afar or to be there in person, to support events and come hang out with us. Let's see what these goofballs are doing. My yahoos, I don't know if you can, you probably can't see them, but that's okay. But let us know if you have any questions about events, things like that. We'd love to have you join us. Have a great day.